Welcome back to the courtroom, where Judge Boyd doesn't just listen, he interrogates, exposes, and brings the full weight of justice. Today's case: Juan Carlos Mejia, a man who once stood on the edge of a second chance and walked away from it. Charged with drug possession, Juan was placed on deferred adjudication, meaning if he followed the rules, he could have avoided a conviction. But nearly a year of silence, no probation check-ins, and no calls left the court asking, "Where has this man been?" He claims his father died. He says he's a daddy's boy who spiraled into mental illness, homelessness, and PTSD. But as the judge digs deeper, so do the contradictions. No phone, yet somehow reachable. No medication, but now calm and collected. In this emotional roller coaster of denial, trauma, and raw truth, we're diving deep into what really happened. Was this a tragic mental health crisis, or a pattern of excuses that finally caught up to him? Stick around, because what Judge Boyd says at the end might just surprise you.
The court is calling 2024 CR 6583 State versus Juan Carlos Mejia. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Alfonso Otero on behalf of Mr. Mejia.
And are you Juan Carlos Mejia?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision and cause? I'm sorry. Did you review the document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Juan Carlos Mejia, aka Juan Manuel Mejia, who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 6583 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on September 10th, 2024 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's pause here. Juan confirms he's the same person who was granted probation for possessing 1 to 4 grams of a controlled substance. But just months later, he's already in violation. Probation isn't just a formality. It's a final warning before prison. And with the state ready to revoke it, Juan's next words could seal his fate. Watch closely.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Juan Carlos Mejia, aka Juan Manuel Mejia, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of December 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
The state will waive and abandon the remaining violation.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting twist. Instead of revoking probation outright, the state initially offers an amended condition: local ISF followed by ISP supervision. ISF, or Intermediate Sanction Facility, is often used as a last-ditch effort to keep people out of prison. But that all hinges on one key question. Is Juan even trying to comply? What comes next may destroy that hope.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
That is to deny the state's motion to continue probationer on deferred adjudication, but to amend conditions to now include local ISF followed by ISP supervision.
All right, probation. How has he been doing on probation? Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No
No.
objection.
All right, and let me see here, just one moment. It's coming up slowly. Something's happening with my computer. Yes.
There's not been any progress, Judge.
All right. You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Juan Manuel Mejia.
All right. So, have you ever reported to probation?
There it is. The bombshell. Juan admits flat out he never reported to probation. Not once. And remember, this isn't just missing a check-in. It's ghosting the system entirely for almost a year. His explanation? His father's death. But with no date, no proof, and more holes than answers. This excuse is about to get shredded by the judge.
So, but nobody's seen you for close to a year. So that's October, November, December. That's 3 months. Did you call probation at any time?
No, man.
Then there's January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Here we are. And you haven't done anything. You never contacted probation. We can't help you if you don't contact anyone. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation.
Because I'm homeless. I ain't had no phone. That is that.
Did your mom have a phone?
This is the moment everything starts to unravel. One says he didn't have a phone, yet somehow his mom knew exactly where he was and contacted him through a friend. Judge Boyd pounces on the contradiction. How can you be unreachable but still receive tragic news? The inconsistencies here speak volumes. Who do you believe, Juan or the judge? Let us know in the comments.
And then she contacts you because another friend has a phone. How did your mom know you were with this friend?
Because she knew I was staying with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mom don't let me in her house. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's stuff I done past.
All right. And so were you checking in on your father?
This one.
So how could you be a daddy's boy if your mom is telling you your father has passed and you don't even know? That doesn't make any sense to me.
When I got out, you're right.
So, I mean, you haven't done anything. So I don't think you're appropriate candidate for probation. I mean, we require that the bare minimum is reporting. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call probation. I don't think you're a good candidate. So I'm going to grant the motion, find you guilty.
Boom. Judge Boyd has heard enough. No phone, no meds, no check-ins, no accountability. He grants the state's motion, finds Juan guilty, and revokes his probation. It's a harsh move, but from the judge's perspective, Juan didn't do the bare minimum. And without showing up, no help can ever reach him. But the sentencing isn't over yet.
I'd like to ask some questions
Sure.
to the probationer.
Yes. And who knows, maybe the state will change. I don't know. So you may ask some questions.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Mejia, once you got out of jail and put in probation, where did you go to?
I ain't had no home.
Yes, and where did you go?
I ain't had no home until my friend told me I could stay there for a couple of days. After that, I left.
Okay. And how long were you there with your friend?
3 days.
Okay. And after you were there for 2 days, where did you go next?
The streets, I was just homeless,
Okay.
sleeping on the streets.
And at that time, do you have employment? Okay. And did you try to get some employment?
No,
Okay. As far as you know, do you suffer from any mental illness?
yes,
And what that mental illness is?
PTSD.
And do you take medications for that?
Yeah,
Are you regularly on medications for your PTSD?
not when I was out there.
And why would you not able to get your medication when you were out there?
Because I got a couple problems, like mental ill problems. I could barely understand.
Okay, but you understand now?
Yes, because I'm on these meds.
And when did you start taking your meds?
When I came from the other county, and they brought me over here, and I've been over there for like 3 months, and then I've been taking them since then.
This is a heartbreaking moment. One opens up about PTSD, psychosis, and flashbacks, specifically mentioning his uncle's suicide. It's raw, it's real, and it's tragic. For a second, the courtroom feels less like a place of punishment and more like a glimpse into untreated suffering. But will that vulnerability be enough to reduce his sentence?
And you didn't have any access for your medication during that time, did you?
Yes, sir.
And were you having these psychotic episodes?
Yes, sir.
And why is the reason that you could not get employment?
And, I was getting SSI.
Okay. And who gets your SSI check?
My mom.
And is your mom giving you some of that money for you to purchase your medication?
You know,
Okay. And if you are on your medication and you receive treatment, do you think you would be able to follow the instructions of probation?
yes, sir.
And do you think you may be benefited if we can find a sort of probation with treatment for both your mental illness and probably some drug problems?
Yes, sir.
And is that you would ask the court to do?
Yes, sir.
I have no more questions. Sir.
Any questions?
State has no questions, Your Honor.
All right, so you were released and you went to go live with your friend because your mom doesn't want you living with her. Is that correct?
No, I was homeless for a little bit. And then he called my other homie with the phone and they were talking. And he told me, I told him I'm homeless. I ain't got nowhere to go. That I could stay for a couple of days.
No. My question is, you were released from custody and you can't live with your mom. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so 2 days later, you are living with this friend,
Yes, ma'am.
and then something ends up happening with that living arrangement, and then you become homeless again.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I didn't hear anything in between there that he went to his father's funeral, that anything happened with that. The only thing I know is he's saying his father passed, which I still have nothing to show that that's true. His mother, who doesn't want anything to do with him, calls around and happens to know some friend, random friend, that reached out to him. I don't know how that friend reached out to him because he said he didn't have a phone, but she reaches out to this random person, lets him know his father has passed.
Now we get the full picture. The judge calls out the inconsistencies again. No proof of a funeral, a mother who won't take him in, and a year of silence. Even the defense admits there's no documentation of his father's death. The judge believes he's mentally ill, but questions whether that justifies abandoning all responsibility. Can mental illness explain everything? Or are there limits even to sympathy?
Yes, that'd be great. And so here we are. And by way of argument, we know, and he has admitted that he has not reported, but we also know that the defendant has a mental problem. I mean, I don't have the documents with me, but I think if we can take that as face value.
No, I'm going to accept that as true. But my whole issue is nobody can give somebody help if they don't even show up. That's the bare minimum. He's just disappeared. Nobody knows what he's been doing. He says he's been homeless. I'm going to take that as a fact that he has been homeless. But he has still not presented the court with a reason why he couldn't report to probation. So I don't think he's appropriate for probation. The court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find him guilty and the court is going to revoke. So state, are you still requesting the 4 years?
Your Honor, the state would go down to 3.
All right. The state is requesting 3 years.
2.
All right. The court is going to sentence you to 3
years in prison. That's the final sentence. The court did consider Juan's mental health, recommending a therapeutic community behind bars. But make no mistake, this was a message. Probation is a privilege, not a loophole. And when that chance is squandered, there are consequences. Could this sentence have been avoided? Drop your thoughts below. Was the court too harsh or fair?
Give you credit for any time served, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. All right. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? You have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. I've recommended the therapeutic community for you. They will help with any type of mental health issues you may be suffering from or any type of drug addictions.
And there you have it. A man who vanished for nearly a year, haunted by loss, trauma, and mental illness, now headed to prison. Judge Boyd weighed sympathy against structure, compassion against accountability. And in the end, justice doesn't wait for anyone to show up. It demands it. If you want more real courtroom moments broken down, hit subscribe so you never miss a session.